to my channel. Let me know if you've been full enjoying the vibe or not, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of going unscripted and just having talks, you know what I mean? It's no pressure. It's no pressure. This life is pressuring us enough. Life hard. So me not pressure myself to do them things. Yeah, it's not like I don't want to do the videos and things, but like me having to be like, oh, I need to do this, I need to line it up like this, I need to make sure I do this and da da da, too much. And I'm not saying that I won't get to that place, but me just a start out. So welcome back. If you're enjoying the vibe, remember to subscribe. If you full joy this video, make sure to give it a like, share, do all of them things, you feel me? But today, as you can already tell by the topic is, and I think this is specifically for my fellow Jamaican Americans, you feel me? And whether, because you have some who are like me, I was born here but both my parents are Jamaican, right? Growing up, for me, everybody around me, everybody in my family, everybody in my household, besides the children, me and my siblings and my cousins, everybody was speaking Jamaican Patois. Mind you, my family on my mom's side, them come from countryside. Like my grandmother, she come from St. Anne country. My grandfather on my mother's side come from St. Elizabeth. My grandfather, the way him chat, like sometimes the way that my grandfather used to speak to me when I was a kid, it would just stress me out because I said, excuse me. I'd always be like, I know you're speaking English, you know, like I know, but something. It's crazy because even now they are saying that Jamaican Patois is its own language, it's its own Creole. But you know, growing up, I always knew it was just English, you know what I mean? But like Creole English, like a kind of thing. So I know I wasn't tripping. The way my grandfather used to speak, him calm down now. I feel like he'd been in America long enough now and he's getting older, so him talk a little slower and da 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 da. I don't know if somebody tell him about how him chat and him change up the ways because now we can't fully understand him. Or maybe I'm just used to it because I grew up listening to it. Sorry, we kind of get off track. But whether you're a Jamaican American like me, or even if you born a Jamaica and you come here from a young age and you kind of lose the accent, because I see that happen a lot too. Here is what I've done in order to, oh, I get the package, thank you. But here is what I've done to learn Jamaican Patois, or to make sure I keep it, because you know, so if you don't use it, you will lose it. So here's number one. Number one, once again, if you have your family speaking Patois, those are your teachers. Those are your teachers. Don't get discouraged that you might not understand or overstand. Don't get discouraged that you might not overstand what they're saying, right? Once again, bringing my grandfather back into the picture, like, once again, it did stress me out, but like, I'm a very determined person and me not like to be confused, me not like to like not know what go on or this. So I would always just strain my ear, I have to turn off all the other little noise them, because you know, so the house always loud and bare excitement I go out, me always have to tune my ear, just tune it like a bit, like this. What am I saying? And even though sometimes I would be wrong, I'm gonna take accountability. I said sometimes I just feel like like what I used to do a lot what I used to do a lot as a child, like my grandfather would ask me something and I kid you know, like this is how it would sound to me. I would just hear my first name, he would go, Angelica, how are we gonna get it with your, and I said I would just be like, yeah, I just agree or just smile and nod, and then he'll be like, he have to repeat himself and slow it down and be, oh, all your grades doing in school. I said, no, that can't be the same thing, or you just say, all right, look. So I just train my ear for listen out, you know, because it just move fast. Once again, it depending on where your family is from and what Jamaican accent they have, because I feel like every parish and even certain parts of the parishes them have them different kind of style, you know. But number one is definitely going to be family, your friends, people in the community, you know. You really have to immerse yourself in the culture. It's not just like, and I know sometimes it's a soft spot, because There's a lot of Jamaicans who say, oh, you know, why you speaking patois, you don't sound right, it don't sound this and that. And that's okay. Them can say that. Me know say my patois not gonna sound like somebody was born and raised, what got school in Jamaica. No, but that's not gonna stop me. I have my own little, yeah, you know, like I'm very, very proud of me being a New York Jamaican. Like I own that title. Like, cause what you gonna tell me? What you gonna tell me, right? So you also have to get out of your mind, and you just have to keep going. You can't just, you know, have a group of people tell you, say, oh no, like why I try to speak the language, oh da 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 da, yeah, Yankee. Although I did reclaim that term, Irie yank, yeah, you see me reclaim the term for myself. But you have to be able to immerse yourself within your community, with your friends and your people. Once you are around them and you can hear them and you have to participate, if you don't feel comfortable yet, make sure you're listening, make sure you're observing, and then when you're ready, you have to go in and just do it. You have to just jump in. When them reasoning and having conversation and them things, you just have to jump in, right? So that's number one. Number two, this kind of segues into immersing within the culture, right? So once again, either within your family or with your friends or within the community, also the culture of Jamaica itself, whether that be with dance hall, whether that be within the kitchen with food. I try to think about something else. I don't know. I feel like there's more to it, but those are the two things that's popping up in my head. Dancehall or reggae, you know, the music, if you listen to that on a daily basis, and it's a daily, like that, if you're very, very serious about trying to learn patois as a Jamaican American, listening to that is going to help train your ear. Because I don't know about you, like yes, sometimes we just listen to a song and just listen to it rated in the background. I don't know what them I said, just sound nice. No, sometimes I want actually know what I sing about. I want actually like sing the lyric them. And even if like it's not just a want, me just naturally when I listen to music, my ear, you feel me? Like me want, me know what I said. And so then it helps not only train your ear, but then what you just automatically, because as your ear is being trained, your tongue is gonna start pick it up naturally, because you know everybody can listen to music and start recite the lyrics down. Especially once again, if you're a Jamaican American, you already have that in your blood. You just have to access it. You don't know how to access it. So I think once you hearing it outside of a social, it could be in a social setting too, but like outside of you actually having a conversation or listening to a conversation, the music's gonna help, you know, deliver the connection. You feel me? Because it's not only hearing. Now that once the music gets stuck in your head, right, you can actually pick it up. And the way that Jamaican Patois is, it's like it have its own rhythm. And this go back to once again how every parish have their own kind of accent, their own kind of style. Big up to Raoul Blaze, because he do it really well, where he start talking about the different parishes. He'll like do the different accents and stuff. He be cracking me up. But that's really how it is. They all have their own little rhythm. The same way, if you think about it, how, and this is for my Jamaican Americans, how different parts in America, you know, black people, we talk differently. Or I guess everybody, like it's not just black people, but different parts of America, everybody talk differently. You know what a New York accent sound like? New York accent kind of different from a Jersey accent a little bit. And then you start go to Baltimore, them talk differently. You go down south, them talk differently. You go out west, them talk differently. Are the same thing. So everything have its own little rhythm. And so when you're listening to the music, and depending on, once again, if it's dancehall or if it's reggae might be easier to start with, or like, you know, some of the I like to call them reggae dancehall kind of mixing of the two. Like Beres is like, you know, like it might have a reggae style, but the things where I sing about sometimes very dancehall. If you, I don't know what I mean by that. I don't know what I mean by that. It's like his style is very slow paced reggae kind of feel to it, but it's not a traditional reggae, but it's like more dancehall, but kind of like a, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, if you start listening to some Barris or even some Buju, or who else? You know, we love with Sanchez and like it's easier to pick up on the what the words are saying, and so it can help introduce you and help you start to go on to the other stuff where it's more fast paced, and you know, you try pick up some cartel lyrics, because you know cartel lyrical bad or some skilly like, and them going fast with it. Yeah, and you have to, it's the same way, I like to think about it the same way like reading a book, right? When you read a book, you want to challenge yourself. Like, yes, there's books where you just want full enjoyment, where you just try like, oh, I just want time to pass this for leisure and stuff. But then there's other times, and I don't know if anybody else is like this is how I was as a child, and I'm still this way to now. I like to read books where me not understand. I like to read books where me not understand. Because that challenges your brain. Your brain is getting like a workout, and so once you keep you're not afraid of it, right? And you're just keeping approaching. After a while, your brain is gonna say, wait, no, but me kind of, you know, or something's gonna chip one day. You're gonna be walking down the street, or you're gonna be going over to your family house, or you're gonna go to some party, or you're gonna see something, and something like a chip in your head, and you're gonna say, oh, me get it now. Oh, that's how that go. So it's the same thing. You have to use, it's like a muscle. Now the third thing, and I think this one also has really helped me, is, and this kind of segue from the like, you know, it kind of segue from like reading book kind of thing, because it's writing and reading patois. I know that they have, I haven't bought it, but I've seen it online. There's like a Jamaican Patois like pronunciation book or something, or whatever, or they have different books that's written in Jamaican Patois. But I've seen like excerpts from it, but I've never actually bought them or read them fully. But this goes back to this, and all of it is cyclical. All of it is cyclical because it's just part of the culture once again. So let's go back to number one of how you immerse yourself in the culture, right? This is part of immersing yourself in the culture, and how you can do that. The best way, and we have access to it, is online. Everybody knows that Jamaica TikTok, always active. Jamaica never stop. Jamaica never stop on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, so there's so many opportunities to read patois. And granted, sometimes the spelling might be a little different here and there, but there's certain things that's kind of universal. But even so, because it's a phonetic thing, how it sound, how it write, how it sound, how it talk, how it read. Yeah, like I don't know if that makes sense, but that has helped me a lot, because I'm a little bit of a nerd. I was very good at grammar and spelling and all of them things, and reading. I was never shy to read out loud in a class. Actually, no, I was still shy because I'm just a shy person. But I know how to read and them things. So seeing it written, right, and writing it, like doing my own writing, like once I read, I'm like, oh, that's how you spell can, oh, that's how you said make it through there, and like, you know. So when I'm talking to my friends or family, or you know, whomever else in community within the culture, if we are discussing something and it's not like, it don't have to be nothing formal or whatever, of course I'm writing in a patois. When I go and sit in a people TikTok live, and me know that them Jamaican and them can't read patois, me in patois, straight through. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to sort of get a handle on it. And once again, some people are better at writing than they are at speaking. That's me. I think sometimes it just depends on my mood, or like whatever. Like sometimes I just feel like I don't want to do it, or sometimes it come naturally, sometimes it don't. I'm being completely honest, but I think I'm very good at writing and reading patois compared to me chatting in a patois. But I think I do better when I'm actually around people and we're having conversation. Like when I'm talking to the camera and doing them things, it's kind of like but when I chat with people and certain things come up, or like, you know, sometimes when I'm vexed or something like that, when I have to reprimand my son, or when I talked about food with cooking, because with cooking, my grandmother teach me how to cook. So when we start naming out food and talking about the cooking process of a certain food, the accent come out because that's how we learn. So me just remember say, oh, this the yellow yam and green banana, this and that. Like, so it just come out. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, some people might be better at talking than they can do the writing. Some people might be better at reading, but them can't write or talk. But those are my 3 things. Let's go back over it again. So number 1, immerse yourself, right? Make sure you're listening to your family, your friends, your community, whoever, people, you know, and you observe how them I use the language. You have to follow the rhythm, right? And make sure you actually take the initiative to jump in a conversation once you feel comfortable and stuff. But don't make what you call it? Don't make people hold you back just because they say, oh, you was a Yankee, or oh, you can't really chat patois style. Like, why you want to chat patois? Oh, you sound funny. That if you sound funny, make it stay. What am I gonna do? Them not beat you for it. Them not beat you because you not chat proper patois. Them not gonna beat you. Okay, so make sure you're just being in community with your family, with your friends, with your whomever. And if you don't have, this is where it goes to point 3, right? Where you have to find your community online. That should have been point 2. You wanna see sometime I kind of, sorry, it's the way my brain works. But yeah, find a community online. But point 2, immerse yourself in your culture, in the culture. Yeah, point 2 is immersing yourself in the culture. So once again, that's through music, dancehall, reggae, listening to it daily, as close to daily. No, I'm gonna want to say weekly. That don't sound right to my spirit. A daily thing. But if you skip a day, that's fine. You know, if you're just fasting from whatever. I know sometimes people like to fast from the slackness or whatever, this and that, or if they're not listening to reggae and this and that or whatever. But I'm telling you, it helps because music is just is something that our spirit knows. It's something that our ancestors left with. There's code in there. There's code. I promise you, there's code in there. So listening to that will help you train your ears and then also train your mouth to know where the accent have to live. Because I used to do theater, right? And in drama class I learned that there's certain parts of the mouth where, depending on where you're from, that's how the accent lives in different places. So when you're listening to the music and you start build it up, but first you could probably just say it in a regular American accent, regular Yankee accent, or wherever it is that you're from, whether you're in the South or you're in New York or whatever. But then after a while you pick up the rhythm and you figure out where the accent need to lay in the mouth. You know, that sounds crazy, but that's it's a real thing. Or if your grandmother teach you how to cook. You know, I love the belly. If your grandmother teach you how to cook it, and that is a way too. So when you're doing it and you're trying to know, if you have children, teaching your kids or teaching your cousins or teaching whomever how to cook, you have to just tap into that. Remember all your grandmother teach you. And then the third one, which I already mentioned, but we're coming back to, is immersing yourself in an online community and being active in that community, reading the comments and stuff, reading how people respond so you can see how them write patois, and then you taking the opportunity and the initiative to actually write in a patois yourself. So I hope that is helpful. I know it was all over the place. Please forgive me sometimes when I have sense. I have sense, but my brain just be doing too much. For anybody else that have any other suggestions or tips on how Jamaican Americans can learn patois, please drop them in the comments. Yeah, that is it. So this is how we do things here. It's very laid back, very chill. Thank you for the little bit of views when I have come. I have about 3 views per each video, you know. It's alright. We just a start out. But if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it out to all of my fellow Irie people, them, all of my fellow Jamaican Americans who are trying to learn how to speak Patois. Don't make nobody make you feel like say you can't chat Patois. You might not, you probably not gonna do it as well as them, and maybe you can, but now I put that on you. Maybe you could really do it, but me I just say it because I'm trying to be truthful and honest. You're probably not gonna chat it as best as somebody who born and raised in a Jamaica, or someone who born in a Jamaica and got school there. It's just not gonna, you can get close, but who, you don't need to listen. I take full pleasure in the fact that I'm not trying to say, but take full, that pleasure is not the right word. See how I'm freaked out, my abstinent. Pride. Wow. I know that was a P word. But take full pride and joy the fact that I was born here in New York, but raised within Jamaican culture. So once again, I can dip in and out the accent. I have 3 accents when I can dip in and out. I have my New York accent, I have the Jamaican accent, which sometimes those two be like, those really be, but then I also have my my code switch, my performative, theatrical, presentational speaking accent. I have all 3. Sometimes I don't even make a conscious choice of what I choose. It's just whatever I show up as. But I take pride in that. So don't feel bad that you don't sound just a one way. Take pride in your versatility. Take pride in it. Okay. But like and share, hype up the video, subscribe if you like the vibe, and I will see you next time. All right, bye.
Wind blows soft on Rasta skin, peace inside, no